All right, so we know we're not supposed to complain, but now be ready to listen to us complain for a long time. Especially, I imagine Jamie's got a lot of
Everyone's complaining. I'm not complaining. Okay, first off, like you said, like I don't have coronavirus. Nobody I know has COVID-19, and like nobody is ill. And for that, I'm very grateful. We have food in our house. We have a lot of room to play. Like all is good. That being said, like it's hard. All I sit is think like fantasize like this whole experience would be very different. Like if I didn't have children or if like Cutter didn't have to work all day. Because the weekends are fun because I have him there with me, but Monday through Friday, it's a grind, man.
What's it look like? I mean, what's your Monday through Friday?
Like a day?
Maybe I think we should all go over like what our days are like right now.
Okay. So
it'll be quick because there's not a whole lot.
Okay. 6 a.m. I'm up with the baby. We sit on the couch. He goes on his iPad and I turn on the news. It's like the one time of day I can watch the news. And he doesn't understand what's going on. But and then as soon as Bo gets up, I turn it off because I don't want him to hear. Cutter wakes up around 6:45, 7, makes coffee. I start cooking breakfast, and then he moves to the dining room with his noise canceling headphones, and I start Bo's school, and then it's about 9 hours of me trying to not have them kill each other, cook everybody food, clean, laundry, vacuum.
Now, when they're doing their school, that's them just on a computer?
No, it's just Bo. No. Well, then when Jack naps, I end up having to sit and actually do like work with Bo. But there's certain little worksheets his teachers gave that I could be like, cut this out and paste this. I mean, he's in kindergarten, but it's still a lot of work. But I pay for the school he goes to. So I think they're working hard at trying to, make sure that they're giving us our money's worth. They're not being like, oh, your kid's 6. They don't need to learn. He has Zoom meetings with his teachers. I got
to say, Zoom is really making out like
Zoom is the MVP of Corona.
I've never heard of Zoom until 2 weeks ago. And now I use it.
Well, anyone does. My 2-year-old Zooms with his preschool for 20 minutes on Tuesdays. Anyway, but it's more like basically me trying to just keep them alive. They have gotten so close, which is so cute, but they also fight. Like it's very scary when little boys fight because they don't hold back. Like they have 2 speeds. Like it's either like I love you or I want to fucking kill you. And I've
had that kind of relationship with chicks before.
Obviously. I'm just not getting to like watch enough things. That's more as like I don't have as much energy. Like at the end of a night, I would really like to like binge and like watch all these things everybody's watching. But I did start Sopranos.
Yeah, I saw that. That was big news.
I'm on episode 6 of season 1.
Okay.
The only reason I'm not further, and that's 2 weeks. It's taken me 2 weeks to see 6 episodes because I've sprinkled in a little bit of Tiger King.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, this has been a Tiger King week.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's been, I stumbled across it. I saw it. And then instantly, much like coronavirus, had to spread it to everyone I know.
Oh, did you start Tiger King? Is it because of you, Kasim, that everybody's talking about Tiger King?
I was patient 0. No, I forget who told me about it, but also like the thumbnail on Netflix is irresistible.
Oh,
it's the whole look. Everything about it is irresistible. It's
Netflix.
Yeah, I saw just one of the most unbelievable. I mean, we can get into Tiger King if you want, or we can continue.
I want to hear about your days first.
My days have been, I'm doing the exact wrong thing with all this free time. Like normally when everything was normal, I would get up, have coffee, go to the gym, and like take care of myself and then like eat a sweet green and then go on the computer or whatever. But now I'm getting up late. I haven't been to the gym in like 2 weeks. And I'm
that's
like,
what I wish people could like, that's the whole point of this. If you're going to take anything from it is like, you don't have to do all of these things. It's like taking away the material and realizing how like and listening to yourself and honor what you do. And right now if you just want to sleep late and rest,
I am honoring the fuck out of sleeping in late, out of eating terribly, binge watching shows. We were in kind of like now we were in escrow on a home, and that's all kind of like on hold right now with all this, which seems weird. It's like, it's fine. It's like, there's bigger problems. Like people actually are like losing their jobs, so that it's like not a big deal to me. But, if we're talking about just what's happening with us, that's what's happened. So there's a lot of like uncertainty about, I had somebody who was going to like rent my house, and that, had to go, everything had to just be put on pause.
Everything.
And there was a kind of like a sense of relief. It's so weird. It's like, this is so strange and it's scary at times, but there is this sort of like sense of relief knowing that everyone's just in the same boat and everyone's just at home. And I saw today how somebody was like, yeah, there's like no FOMO. There's no more FOMO because everyone's just doing the same thing. And I was like, that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice knowing that I'm not missing out on anything. If I look up at Find My Friends on my phone, I have my brother and my girlfriend's brother on there, and my cousin and a bunch of friends. Everyone's just always at their house. You know what I mean? And it's kind of nice to not feel like a lazy piece of shit when everyone's a lazy piece of shit. This is built for Rob. This whole thing is built for Rob. This whole virus.
I actually thought that today. I was like, I don't think Rob's life has changed that much.
You know what's crazy? I'll tell you, I figured out the two worst things for OCD, and apparently it's pandemics and isolation.
Really?
Oh my God. It's just,
you know what? No, it would be worse if I put Jack in your apartment. And
I don't think so, because I think something like that makes you so tired at the end of the day that you're just like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, like I don't have that. So all I have to think about is like, did I wash it? Did I touch it? When I touch it, I take I've gone through so many paper towels.
You got to start using actual dish towels and then washing them.
Yeah.
No, because I touch everything with the paper towel.
So use a dish towel.
But in your own house, you're doing that?
Yeah, you're there. What are you worried about? You're not going to spread yourself.
No. Like, okay, so I have the spring mix, like from the salad. So I open that with paper towels. And
are you not Lysoling it down after you get it?
I don't have wipes.
Yeah, you would probably consider me to be super risky because I'm still ordering Uber Eats.
No, you're allowed to do that, but you just can't.
I have no produce right now. Like we are constantly refreshing like Prime delivery, and I was supposed to get this huge box of produce today from like this delivery, whatever. I was so stoked because all of them were no, and this one was like, yeah, we're coming on Thursday. Paid $60 for it. So excited. They emailed me at 5 p.m. There was an issue with your driver. We've refunded your order. Oh. Please let us know if you'd like to try and order one for next week. Try and order one for next week. I'm like, I can't gamble. Like my kids need like fruit.
Yeah. I'll tell you, because I felt like this whole thing got real for me. I don't know if you guys each have a moment where this got real for you, but like for me, it was when it was like Garcetti went on the news and he was like, they're shutting down all non-essential businesses. And then I was like, oh man, I better go to the store for fear that maybe the store was going to shut down. So I went to Ralph's that next morning and I got there and there was a line around the block. Mm-hmm. And I went in and there was no toilet paper, no paper towels. And I was like, oh, wow, this is like much more serious than I thought it was. And everyone's acting like this is going to be a thing that goes on for much longer than what I originally thought, which was going to be, hey, it'll just be like a month where we just hang in and like we don't gather in large groups, but we'll still go to work and do things like that. This has escalated so fast, even since the last podcast we put up. We're all in the same room. We thought we were being super paranoid by putting those things on our ears, but like now look at us. We're all on Zoom at home.
That was the last time I was out of my house was when we recorded our podcast.
Me too.
Yeah, I dropped Rob off.
It feels very like I haven't had that moment that you had, Caston, because it still feels really surreal for me, and I can't believe like 2 weeks has passed.
Yeah.
Like if the days are long, but I'm like, holy, we've been in here for 14 days. Like this is insane.
Yeah.
But I have to leave. I have to go to the hospital next week to do my medication. They send me an N95 mask and stuff, but I feel like that's where it's going to get really real for me.
Yeah.
And obviously is freaking out.
I worry, I worry. I this whole thing, because my parents are over 65. So my brother's goal was to make sure that they don't leave the house for any reason, because if they get it, they're smokers. They're just like, they're prime COVID targets. You know what I mean? So if they get it, it's not great. What's that?
We thought my mom had it. So my parents are 71. My 99-year-old grandmother, they picked her up from the city, has been staying with them for the past week. But my mom had like the stomach issue that comes along with it. No cough, no temperature, but like a really bad sore throat, really dizzy, really tired, bad headache. And I started freaking out. They first went to a cardiologist because of like the vertigo. And her blood pressure was like through the roof. And he said, because she had no temperature, no cough, they weren't going to test her for COVID and just put her on bed rest and some like medication. And she's better now, like 5-6 days later. So I think she maybe had a different type of virus. I don't know. It's just still so new. Like it's still, and also too, we've been in quarantine for 14 days, but aren't you still sitting here being like, do I have it?
Because you can have it and not show symptoms. That's also a large percentage of people are just feel healthy, but they're out, spreading it unbeknownst to other people. And that's kind of part of the reason why I'm, just not really visiting my parents. I'll go get them groceries and make like, food runs for them. But other than that, is it still a long line at the grocery store and stuff? Well, I went yesterday and it was a lot more civilized. There was like a one toilet paper per person thing and like 2 packages of beef. And so everyone seemed to be adhering to that, which was kind of nice. And yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see some civility, but I did drive by the Culver City gun store and there's a picture of the Culver City gun store that went viral, but I drove by it the first week and there was a line around the block.
Yeah, that's the main thing I'm actually worried about is some like violence and looting and stuff like that. And we ordered a tomahawk. Cutter ordered a tomahawk.
Yeah, I got a samurai sword.
What?
Ready to go.
What do you mean?
Because it does both. It handles death and also social distancing because it's long. It's like 3 feet long.
Where'd you get a samurai sword?
Amazon, babe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he ordered his tomahawk on Amazon.
Oh, for sure. I was looking at
we are definitely flagged. Let's just put that out there.
A 3 set of throwing axes.
Oh my God. That's so funny and so disturbing.
But like you said, it's everybody's home, no matter who you are, no matter what, any kind of status, however you separate the world. It's a level playing field right now. Like you can't get more than anybody else at the market. Like it's just, I think, I don't know if you want to get like spiritual about things. I've been reading a lot of people's posts and what they have to say and been feeling very inspired by a lot of them. And it's like the system's been broken for a long time and it takes something like this to kind of undo it. And it's devastating that there's so many casualties literally because of it. And then Cutter likes to so I started to get stoned every once in a while again because
I was going to ask that.
Drink. So there's certain days where I'm like, and he's like, Jamie, just eat a gummy. And then he shows me his phone and all the conspiracy theories, like Bill Gates put this out. I'm like, have you seen
owns the what? The
name?
they'll make the vaccine, and he produced the pandemic movie that premiered in January.
So he could like digitally microchip everybody. Like there's a lot of, this is a good time to be a
I didn't hear that part. But then he also showed me somehow in the same conversation, and mind you, I was very stoned when he showed me to this, but I'm not privy to this whole thing about the people speculating that Michelle Obama is a man.
Oh, that's an old one. Yeah. There's an old.
I had never seen that before, and I could not believe that was even a thing. I was floored.
Jamie, you know that there's a conspiracy theory that Lenny Dykstra started this?
Is there really?
No, I don't.
Okay.
The other day, like with his advice.
He called you, said?
No. We saw his Twitter video.
Oh. You know when this became real for me? In the like hour and a half ride home from the podcast with Cassim when it was like pouring rain.
It was like gray outside. It was like the dewiest day.
And I just heard like the rain hitting the roof for like an hour.
Silent?
Huh?
Were you guys not talking?
Well, I mean, an hour and a half. There were a couple of silence. And it got real for me then. I was like, okay, this is it. I'm not going to the gym anymore. I'm not the rain.
Are you working out?
Yeah, I started this like 30-day yoga thing.
You're amazing.
Well, I mean, I don't have kids. I have nothing else to do. It's like, please.
That plant. See that plant back there? It's the only thing he's got to look out for right now.
Yeah, he's barely hanging on.
He's been checking in on me too. Like it's so funny because I know sometimes I think like when Rob sends me a text that says like, "Hey, how are you doing? Do you know anyone with the virus?" I'm always thinking, I'm like,
how are you rating?
Is he asking me this because he's worried that eventually it'll get to me and then I'll get to him? You know what I mean?
It has to be all about me, huh?
He's like, can you just take your temperature for me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So,
your odds are the greatest, Rob, because you do interact with the least amount of people.
I know. I'm doing great.
You're going to make it, and we're going to count on you to continue the show once we pass away.
I'm like, so Cass, 98.6 is a pretty sweet temp to live at, huh?
Hey, but what are your feelings on like, Cutter keeps saying, I know it's based on data, but like every time I turn the news, it's like Garcetti or them saying that like LA is about to be as bad as New York. Like, how do they know that?
You know, I don't know state for state. I know that New York's testing is a lot higher than LA's is.
They're saying they have.
You know, I've been seeing a lot of how the United States is gonna be number one in overall infections in like the next day or two.
Yeah, but that's because China stopped reporting its fucking numbers, right?
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of sort of like, are they reporting the right number? But even if you go to like places like Italy where they're starting to like flatten and taper off, which to me is like a good sign. It's good to see that there is a slowing of infections. We've always been about 2 weeks behind Italy. So, you know, we still got the next couple weeks, maybe 10 days, we still got, I think, like a exponential increase to live.
Ate a bat?
What?
This is because someone ate a bat?
Yeah. Those Chinese wet markets where you can like, you know, you can order monkey brains and, you know, that's kind of where this all started, which, you know, I don't know if I want to place blame, but it definitely wasn't in Los Angeles.
I heard Lenny Dykstra ate a baseball bat.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Rob, you're so cute and so good on Sopranos.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. Let's talk about that. All right, let's talk. I want to hear what your thoughts are on The Sopranos that people obviously want to hear. And then I asked everyone on our IG to send us questions, and we got an email to get to because I feel like
email.
I have an email that we got sent. We have a backlog of them, but Bryce sent us one.
Wait, hold on. I have a question that I need to ask you guys before I forget. I want a sex count.
Of how much?
Yeah, Jamie won. Okay, and was it in the beginning? Wow. Wow.
But I got my period too.
Oh, okay. What about you?
Yeah, you and Lindsay must be on the same cycle because I'm also at one.
Oof, come on, Cass.
Well,
what's gonna happen when you have kids?
Here's the thing: it's like Lindsay's not the greatest hand washer in the world, and there's always this little part of me that's like, Yeah.
Does she keep that?
If anyone's going to get it around me, it's going to be her, you know?
She doesn't keep her hands clean. What about the vag?
Well, you know, luckily that's come here, Jamie. That's been no, that's always been all right, you know. But I'm afraid that she's gonna touch something, not wash her hands, and then, you know, stick her finger in my butt or something, and then I'll get it that way.
Okay, and then now make me feel better about being alone for 14 days straight. Are you guys fighting? Are there a lot of fights going on?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you.
Jamie, for the Zoom to go to you, you have to say something. The nod is not enough.
Yes. Wait, Rob, hit the upper corner. You can see all of us. Have you been staring at one person this whole time?
Yeah.
You got to go to grid view or whatever.
At the top right.
Listen, Jamie, when it's you, it's fine. When it's Cass, it's rough.
Come on. Hey.
Where do I go? Got it. What's up, guy? Oh, this is so much better.
Oh, you poor thing. That's a terrible way to do this.
It's all right. There's only two of you. It's okay. Yeah. So what are these? I want to know what the fights are like.
Ooh, the other night I told him I was sleeping in the other room. I didn't, but I was really ready to. You know what it was? I said to him, I need space. Like, I don't get any space. Like, think about it. From the moment I wake up, I have 2 kids on me that I'm wrangling. And then when he's done with work, he's there and he wants his wife. And I get it, but like, I don't pee alone. Like, I don't have a minute to even just take a breath. So I said, you need to start giving me like a 30-minute block in the day. And because actually for him, he's busier than ever right now because people are home and he's in charge of partnerships for Theragun. So like everyone's wanting to talk about when this is done, what can we do? And also people aren't being able to get massages. So like they're buying Theraguns, which is great. You know, I'm happy for his business and I know they just make a Theragun. It's on sale, but he's like wants me all like hot and ready for him. And I'm like, I need a fucking minute. And it's hard. So I told him this weekend, I'm sleeping in and I'm getting like some 2-hour break in the middle of the day.
I think that's fair. I think I'm having those same issues about wanting some time alone, except I get a ton of it. You know?
You do? See, when you're used to having some moments alone and then you don't get it.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
I'm alone a lot of the day, but she's been over a lot. And
wait, she's not staying with you right now?
Well, no. So
wait, she's coming and going? This is dangerous.
Just between her house and my house. I mean, we have what we call.
Why? Why can't you just pick one?
Because he doesn't like her that much.
I don't like to constantly be around her. I need space. I like to watch TV and play video games. She doesn't like any of that stuff. She just likes to sit and talk, and I can do it for a little bit, but then after a while, it drives me nuts.
If it's nice next week, do you think we could all sit in my pool like 6 feet apart and like hang out in my backyard?
Yeah, but we've been so.
I'm okay with that as long, but you know, incorporating new people into our cliques there's got to be some sort of.
No one else is coming, just us.
Okay, I mean, look, I'm open to it. If Rob does it, then I know all the coast.
Before I go to the hospital, so you'll be very safe.
Right, that's what I'm saying too. It's like. Yeah, I think I know I don't have it. I haven't seen anyone in 2 weeks.
Me neither.
That's what I'm saying.
No one in my family has left our house in 2 weeks.
I trust you. Well, you did because you had to go to the hospital, no?
I didn't go yet.
No, when Jack fell.
We were in a plastic surgeon's office. We walked in like this with gloves into a sterile operating room, and they did it. And then
you're not what I'm worried about. It's Lindsay. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Look, we're going to have to give her one of those bubble boy balls to roll her way into your backyard.
Get her a big pool float.
Yeah.
That she sits in.
Just tell her we're going to record a podcast.
I want Lindsay to come.
Look, I want to get to some of these questions from our IG people because I feel bad that we haven't been getting to the emails and things like that.
We're definitely gonna do. I want to know. Do you think there's any chance that Christopher Guest created Tiger King?
Oh, because it's
you would think. I mean, I love on Instagram.
Right?
There's so many people now that are like trying to claim like that they'll be the ones to play. But Jennifer Coolidge for Carol is like hands down, like has to be.
Oh, have people?
The mom, Stifler's mom. Yeah.
Dax Shepard put something out that he wants to play him, but I saw one with Steve Carell. Wait, I'm gonna pull up the brilliant cast that I saw.
All right, go ahead, Kaz. You got a question? What's?
Yeah. So I got one that says, "Hey, for Jamie, Rob, and Cass, how are you guys?" And this is from Lion. So no perfect timing. Lioness Sag. For Jamie, Rob, and Cass, how are you guys taking care of your mental health these days? We're all affected by what's happening differently. Wondering how you all are holding up.
Well, I have a lot of distraction, but I have, Rob, you've been proud of me. The past 6 days, I've meditated every day for 5 minutes. That's all I got. That's all I've been able to do, but 5 minutes every day.
That's great.
That's good. I'm not doing anything except just binging a lot of TV.
You gotta do something, babe.
I know. I feel bad. I've never gone this long without like going to the gym or exercising.
Why don't you do a little FaceTime workout, you two?
Yeah, which I can do yoga. I need to like break a sweat. I need to like get the heart rate going. For me, yoga, at least when I do a yoga flow, it doesn't get my heart rate going as high as I need it to. But maybe there's a different kind I can do.
So mental health, I started this thing called Yoga with Adrian on YouTube. It's free, so everybody could do it. And it's like a 30-day challenge. So you do every single day. I do it right when I wake up. Then I meditate for 10 minutes. I try to meditate again throughout the day. Sometimes I don't. Obviously getting a ton of sleep during this, good sleep. Checking in on all my friends, even though sometimes I guess they think it's more about me than it is about them, but that's not true.
No. Never that.
No, that's what Kasim said. He said, I only check in on him for myself.
I've never felt that.
Just of course. Not you, because you have a heart. Kasim is...
Okay. Well, that was it. Thanks, Lioness, for the question. I got another one here for you. This is from Heather Stewart. What's your dream podcast guest? If you could get anyone, who would it be? Thanks for sticking around and helping us through all this madness.
Rob, I think yours was like Dr. Drew.
I mean, Dr. Drew was really good. I think really you need it to be like 4 hours with Dr. Drew, though, you know?
We needed so much more time.
Yeah. I said like one-on-one, I think an hour was a decent amount of time, but like the three of us, especially, we got a lot of shit going on, you know?
Yeah.
Chris Farley would be, if you were saying like dead or alive, Chris Farley's the best.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell's great.
Yeah. Yeah, Will Ferrell would be good.
Judd Apatow, Jonah Hill, that whole crew. I think they're so funny, but they're so smart, like all those guys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kasim, you're not
During when the Borat movie was coming out, Sacha Baron Cohen went on Stern as Borat. That's great.
Oh, brilliant. That's what I mean. These comedians are so smart.
Yeah.
I'd probably like to have like probably a president or like the head of CIA or somebody I could really get to the bottom of this whole alien business. You know what I mean? Ask some like hard-hitting questions.
We'll have to do like a voice disguiser. We wouldn't be able to up to.
Yeah, something like that. Somebody like that, or maybe Tommy Wiseau, because I've been fascinated with that guy for years, and I'd want to just like nail him down. I want him to tell me exactly why he exists. But
why he exists.
Yeah, why does he live?
Why are you?
Katie B for real says, what would your professions be in an alternate universe?
Meaning like what's my like the opposite or if like I have another shot?
Yeah, just in another timeline, if what could you see yourself doing?
Go ahead, Kat. Nobody has an answer?
Oh, sorry. I'm pulling up another question. You know what? I always wanted to run like a restaurant. or like a bar restaurant or something like that. Have one of those things where I like, hey, Cass is working. Come on in, have a seat, and like really walk up to the table and be like, hey, how you doing? Can I get you another drink? What do you want? What's up with the kids? Yeah, the kid, one of those guys that everyone loves in the neighborhood and owns a restaurant. And you don't make a ton of money, but you make enough to get by, and you work 18 hours a day, but it feels good. You don't.
Life. We're getting the whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I wake up at 6. I go for a run.
Yeah, exactly. I'm probably vegan.
Yeah.
I'm actually just having a hard time because I'm trying to think of things that like I actually couldn't do now. Because there's like, I was going to say like be a chef, but like what's stopping me from being a chef right now? I guess for me, like what's something I couldn't be at this stage in my life is probably a doctor. I would like to know what it would be like to like be that smart and be able to really truly help people. And like if there's ever an emergency, like someone that could just so confidently be of aid. And
I think you're definitely smart enough. I think it's more just a function of like going to school for goddamn at least
educated. Yeah.
I mean, that's I think I've met some people that were doctors that were just didn't seem like they were any smarter than the average person, but it just looked like they've just spent a lot of time in the classroom,
Yeah.
I think it'd be dope. I don't know if it's a profession, but I think I'd be good at like being a hacker. I do, because I could just sit in like a fucking, like get no sun, sit like these last 14 days, like just sit there and like, but like use it for good, like try and fucking hack into shit for good.
Roll, Rob. We're going to bring you out of retirement.
Yeah, that's what I should be for an alternate universe. I'd be a good actor.
I think I'm gonna see. Well, no, that's not true, right? There's actually a comment in here. I have to find it, but somebody complimented you on the Sopranos of your acting. I just saw it and I wasn't gonna read it because it was gonna probably inflate your ego a little bit. But and I'm glad you said hacker because I think I'm gonna revisit that movie with Angelina Jolie. You get an Angelina Jolie nips in that movie. What's that?
Wasn't Mr. Robot about that?
Yeah.
Mr. Robot's a great show. I haven't watched the last couple seasons, but yeah, he plays a hacker, but it's like realistic hacking. In the movie Hackers, they're all like, they have like mohawks and they wear neon green and they rollerblade to phone booths and they like jack into the phone and then they like hack the system that way. You have to have rollerblades and you have to rollerblade to a phone booth to hack.
I never trust anyone who rollerblades.
No.
This would be a great time to do a California On.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. What could I do? That was like an old YouTube video that would be fun to do, but then realizing that no one would come talk to me.
But that's the funniest thing. You could be at different locations, like talking to no one.
Yeah.
Jamie, what's the longest you've gone without showering?
I went like 4 days, but since I started meditating, I shower every night before I get in my bed.
Yeah.
It's been my thing. I'm like, it's not even about being clean. Like I need to wash away like the energy of today. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I wonder what's better for mental health at a time like this, like having kids or not having kids.
Well, there is a part of me that gets a little envious of like the time that you guys have, or like seeing people like binge through shows, or like the books they're doing, or the workouts they're doing, or the self-care they're doing. But at the same time, I really am looking at this from my kids' perspective, who they think this is the greatest.
Right.
And like, other than the fact they can't see their friends and like go to the park, like Jack had like a meltdown that we couldn't go to the park the other day. But other than that, like, this is fun. Like, we had a moment last night of watching the like something happened and the boys actually played together and they were playing Ghostbusters, and like Jack had no idea what was happening, but he was just following what Bo was doing. And for like 30 minutes to sit and watch them, and Cutter and I sit there and laugh. It was like, I remember saying like, I want to download this and remember this like for the rest of my life. Because normally in our routine, we're trying to get the kids to bed so we can do our things at night or whatever. But like, what are we fucking rushing for? Like, Bo doesn't have a bedtime anymore. Like, what's like, and it's been a lot of nice memories.
Well, I was being serious about what would be better. Like, I wish they would do a study. Like what would it be better? Because it seems like, oh, if you have kids, it's so crazy. It's it, but like I'm coming out of this, however long it takes, with like no memorable moments. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
I don't know. I think we'll all remember this for a very long time, and then if it wasn't for this, I don't know if I would have seen Tiger King. That's a benefit of it. And I think hopefully what'll happen is like a lot of people will realize like maybe they don't need to like go to work every day in a place, and they'll be able to kind of do what they've been doing. My brother has been working from home for like the last 3 or 4 weeks. And if there's any sort of like, reduced traffic or just like, increased mental health just for the fact that people don't have to like shuffle to work every day for certain things, I think that's great.
You know what else this whole experience has taught me? I have really gotten so good at not being wasteful, especially with my food, like making it really last, like making creations with leftovers. Like I'm embarrassed to say that we would chuck stuff like all the time, and like we're being so conscious of it. And like even with our paper towels and our toilet paper and our tissues and wipes, baby wipes and diapers, all his diapers are sold out. I can't find them anywhere.
Yeah. What do you do?
Like, he just has to sit in a dirty one all day. No. But it's just made me a lot more conscious, and even Cutter, who's not good at that at all. And so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a positive change for a lot of people with that.
Are you washing your hands a lot more?
I definitely have no fingerprint anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm also doing so many dishes all day in burning hot water. And for some reason, it doesn't affect me.
You like the burning hot water?
I need it to be burning hot because that makes me feel like everything got like extra clean.
Because they did a study that I saw that it said the temperature of the water doesn't matter.
It could be cold?
It could be anything. It doesn't matter. It's all about the length of time you use the soap for.
But I'm talking on like dishes and like pots.
Yeah, on whatever. It's all like, it doesn't matter what the temperature of the water is. I can show it to you. It's this guy, Dr. Agus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but it's also easier to clean dishes when the water's hot. Like,
yeah, but it doesn't have to be scalding hot.
Yeah, well, it melts it. Like takes. Yeah.
Go ahead with that.
Whatever. My hands are done. Look, this is a bruise from my vacuum cleaner.
Damn.
From the Dyson that you hold. See, there's the thumb one. And then the palm one.
Oh, that looks like a Dyson cordless vac injury. You got the cordless? Yeah. I have that as well. I've noticed I'm doing a lot more laundry. I'm using dish towels to dry my hands. I'll start the day with one dish towel and just use that for most of the day, and then wash that at the end. Hey, Bo.
Hi.
What's up, buddy?
Bo, can you tell Cassim and Rob, how is this whole being at home coronavirus thing been for you?
Terrible.
Why?
Your mom said you loved it.
Well, I like it a little bit, but
why is it
handsome?
Because I want to go back to school.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh.
You miss your friends?
Sports at school.
He missed sports.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He only got to play one baseball game with his new team before, so.
Oh.
But you get to spend time with mom and dad and your brother, right?
Yeah.
Are you playing a lot of video games?
Yeah. I bet you next time I'll beat you in Xbox, Rob.
Never gonna happen, buddy.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
What games are you playing on Xbox?
Just wait.
Just NHL, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll beat you.
Okay, love you, buddy.
That was a threat, Robert. I don't know if you saw that.
It's kind of hard to take the threat seriously when he says "wob."
Wob.
Yeah. It's less threatening. You have questions, Cass, from the...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do have more. Please give me 1 second. Okay.
Oh, wait. What about the girl who licked the fucking toilet?
She got it. Or somebody else got it. that was doing it, the challenge. And
I try and relate to people who are like 18 now and this like
so dumb
clout and everything. And I swear I'm not trying to sound like me and my friends were fucking tough guys or anything like that. If you came up to my group of friends when we were 18 or 20 and said, hey, if you guys lick a toilet, you can get more friends, we would have beaten you up. Like that, if somebody came up to me and said that, it would have been the craziest thing. Like it would have been like, get the fuck away from me, you weirdo. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where now it's like, oh shit, really? I could get more followers or like people will care about me more if I lick this toilet on a plane. It's like, what the fuck? I didn't know anyone like that growing up.
No.
This one's from Jessica Anberry. She says, most people binge and re-binge The Sopranos. What's your binge? So I think...
Well, I'm watching Sopranos.
You're watching Sopranos. You didn't really, I guess all you said you really enjoy Rob. Is there any sort of like, yeah, what do you get?
I'm actually really enjoying it as a series. Like I was really skeptical how I was going to perceive it or if it was going to, cause me to think about a million other things and not what I was actually watching. And it's so good. I knew everybody was so talented, but watching it and just like being older and more appreciative of just like how talented every single actor is, like big role, small role, the writing, the cinematography, like it's so fucking good. It's like, it's almost more, right after I watched the pilot, I was like, I cannot believe I was a part of that. Like, I can't believe that somebody, like I could walk down the street and be like, I was on that. Like it's really like sinking into me what I was a part of more than it ever has. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's great. Rob?
And I think also to the first season, we're babies. So like, I don't see
me like home movies a little bit for you too.
I don't see, like that girl and me is very different, but I also appreciate how young Rob and I were and like how well we did. Rob was amazing. Like I just watched the one where you were going to fight the kid and then like he backed down and you're confused, you're like learning that he's in the mob and you look at him at the cemetery and just, you're so good. I loved it. And it brought back like small memories of like being on the set at that time.
The Breaking Bad for me, like is probably the best. If I had to go binge one show right now, I'd probably go Breaking Bad. I'd go back and watch like the first 3 or 4 seasons of The Office for sure, or like whenever I forget when I didn't enjoy it as much. Eastbound and Down is such a fucking great show that I love. Curb is so good, but I feel like
small doses. I don't know if you could watch it so many.
Well, I could, but it's just I feel like I remember like all of Curb for some reason. Like I see where like I feel like if I went back and watched something like Breaking Bad that I've only seen once, like I would totally forget. Like when I went back and watched the OA, I forgot like what was going to happen and what was coming.
The first season of the OA would be dope to watch again.
What about you, Cass? The Loudest Voice?
Yeah. Rob got me The Loudest Voice as like, was it a birthday present?
I think Christmas
present. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it. I will start it. I did binge all of Californication within the last 2 weeks, which I've never seen.
All of it? That's like many seasons, right?
It was 7 seasons, but they're half hour. They were half hour each. So
okay, they're half hour.
Blow right through them. And guess who I saw? I think it was like second to last season, maybe the last season. Drea De Matteo was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she was great. She was really funny. She had a guest star on one episode. Bunch of people I actually know were on that show. But yeah, I didn't really. I always knew that it was like about a writer who was, kind of like a sex addict or a compulsive kind of sex addiction guy. But there's a lot more that goes on, and like his relationship that he has with the woman that plays his baby mama, Karen, is just throughout, all those seasons is so complicated, and they love each other, but they can never quite get together. And I really enjoyed it. I thought that was like a fantastic, nice little, if you've got a couple days, you can get through I'd say maybe 3 or 4 days you could get through all of Californication. It's well worth it. It's really well written, and David Duchovny is just so charismatic and such a babe. And there's a lot of boobs, a lot of boobies, you know. And you can tell it gets started early. It was like early in the early 2010 or whenever it started. Early seasons had a ton of boobs, and then by the time the show ended, there like wasn't that many because it was like becoming a little dated to like have that many boobs in your show. I don't know if you guys noticed that in TV nowadays, just not as many boobs.
Sorry.
You notice that on the Tiger King, that woman, what's her name, Carol or something, the one who he's like his nemesis. You know,
Carol Baskin.
Her closet looks the same as Dre's character on Sopranos would. It's like everything is leopard print. Yeah.
How about the beginning of her first interview? She's like, I never have had friends. I was like, bing, 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 bing.
Yeah. How about I think the craziest moment to me so far is when the guy gets his arm bitten off and then it goes.
That was a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, the girl. Yeah.
Well, I noticed in all her interviews that she's got a nub there. So
and then it goes back to him in the office and he goes, I might never recover from this financially.
Yeah. And he's got the EMS jacket on. Like she got her arm bitten off, but he still had time to go put the EMS jacket on and then go and figure out what to do.
Her, like right after she got bit?
They show the footage of the arm. Yeah.
We're going to watch that tonight.
It's the best thing I mean, it's so fucking, I mean, I don't know about if it's better than 90 Day Fiance, but it's up there.
Well, there's a couple things I just...
Fiance have you watched, Rob?
Well, I'm caught up. So
I'm caught up, yeah. There is none to watch.
What?
You're on it now, Cass?
No, I haven't watched. I think I've seen 2 episodes of the new season with Ed, but...
right now on television, the 2 most interesting people to ever have cameras on them are both on current shows. Because the guy from Tiger King and Big Ed from 90 Day Fiance, this guy Big Ed from 90 Day Fiance, I mean, they're going to... Joe Exotic and Big Ed. If you put them on a show together, I could
There's
never...
Big Ed.
I think we should not make fun of him because we should try and get him on the show.
Rob wants him so bad.
Oh, so bad. If not, just...
By the way, I have a feeling it won't be hard.
No, he's like the biggest fucking star in the world right now. Are you kidding me? Big Ed? Jamie, please.
Not in my universe.
Yeah.
Good luck. Slide in his DM.
How about Blippi? You don't know who Blippi is.
Who's that?
Exactly.
Oh, is that a cartoon?
Blippi is a grown man who dresses with a little hat and an orange bow tie and suspenders. And he talks like this. And he talks about everything random and kids. I mean, look at his views. 50, 60 million views each video.
On YouTube?
A star.
Wow, he's like the modern day Kasim G.
Yeah. You know, look what I started, huh?
Needed a bow tie and a hat. Cass, you should start doing videos for kids now. Bo will be your sidekick.
Don't think he's Pee-wee if he puts on the fucking bow tie and suspenders. Is that what did Pee-wee have?
Wait, are you alone now, Cassim, or is Lindsay just in the other room?
No, I'm all alone, and I'm using this time wisely. I'm playing a ton of Rocket League while watching old episodes of The Walking Dead, and I really cherish my alone time.
All while you're talking to us right now?
Well, no, I'm just waiting for this podcast to end so I could figure out, you know, how soon I can get back to gaming. But
are you any of you eating a lot?
Oh, I'm eating everything.
I've been pretty good, chocolate, but I have.
Chocolate. I can't stop with the chocolate.
My mom is using this time to cook everything, all the meat that's in her freezer. And every day it's some sort of like lamb and rice dish or just like stuffed zucchini with rice. There's a lot of rice.
Wait, I posted a picture on Instagram last night. Rob, I'll send it to you. And Cutter was like, afterwards, he's like, hey, babe, I saw your post. It was really nice. I was like, thanks. He's like, you're cool with your stomach being out like that?
What? That's hilarious.
You're like, yeah, listen.
The one at your...
No, it's just a bad angle. It's just a bad angle.
I plan on talking after this fucking...
Yeah, that one.
No.
My stomach, you can be honest with me. I'm like...
I didn't even notice that.
Does it look like you got to zoom in? I guess you got to do the.
No, but that shirt is dope. That Maxwell shirt.
Dope.
Yeah. God.
It's probably more because I actually haven't worn a bra in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Oh dang.
In 10 days for Cass.
Yeah, geez.
What were we talking about before this?
Exotic Joe and Big Ed.
Dude, how about that scene when he's doing the eulogy for Travis, and he's talking about like
I haven't seen
Travis would do anything.
We didn't get to this yet. Shh.
Oh, okay. I thought you saw it. Anyways,
Jamie,
I wish I never saw Love Is Blind so I could watch it right now.
Oh, it's so good. Jamie, did you see the Exotic Joe's wedding yet?
No.
Oh, wait till you
I've only seen his fiance and I'm so confused.
His wedding is...
He met him when he was still in high school.
What about, have you seen the kid who's very like, he's kind of like Bryce, right? He ties the big hands and the, you know that kid who he marries?
I have, well, yeah, with one tooth?
No, that's his other boyfriend.
He has 2 husbands?
yes. He's a gay polygamist.
Spoiler alert.
Gun-toting redneck with a mullet.
And you know what the craziest part is? At the wedding, he's standing in the middle and he has one to the right and one to the left. And they go, you're now whatever you are. I don't know, zoologist and husband. And he kisses the one on the right and kisses the one on the left. So it's like, what about that?
Can they do it?
No, he kisses one and kisses the other. And then he's like, all right, back to the Tigers.
Oh my God.
Well, I think if there's a takeaway from today's show is that we shouldn't underestimate the value of a podcast studio for lighting and sound quality, and also to watch Tiger King.
Headboard.
Do we have our email before we go?
Oh yeah.
I just fixed my lighting just like that. Bang.
Rob, you need one of those ring lights. Order it on Amazon.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I need too. Okay.
I put this white light on my TV to put more.
Oh, you're so pretty.
To put more.
Rob, will you do a home tour next show?
I mean, this is it.
All right, here's an email. It's from Mason. He says, "Hey gang, this is Mason from Sudbury, Ontario.
Woo-hoo.
Just getting off a warm winter. Usually it's -40 up here. This winter just -15. Just wanted to say all your acting was amazing at such young ages. Loved The Sopranos. Watched it about 6 times. My question is to Rob. If you were locked down for 2 weeks from this virus, what 3 things would you need to have other than food and water? Love the podcast. Listen to it every day. Warm regards, Mason."
Isn't that weird? That's like an if. This was one of those ifs and we're living it.
Yeah. Well, even in the last episode, or the one that we're putting out, I think Monday, I asked you guys, what would you do? How do you think you would handle a 14-day quarantine?
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Was I gone already?
What? No. It was when it's just the 3 of us.
Yeah. We should let you guys know that the one going up on Monday is one that we recorded a couple weeks ago. So that's why we wanted to get this one out because it's
2
fresh.
weeks ago, exactly, Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're going to, if this lasts, which it's going to, we're going to go record in Jamie's backyard or Cass's backyard if you don't want to do it in your place, Jamie. Whatever's easier for you.
No, well, yeah. I don't want you to get sick from my dog.
Well, if the dog's not there, the reason why I got sick at your party is because everyone pet the dog and then shook my hand hello.
Mm.
And then I would touch my face and I started
taking hands is a thing of the past now.
Yeah. 3 things that I need. Wi-Fi, most important thing probably. It's number 1. I honestly, if you said for the next 3 days I had to choose between Wi-Fi and food, I'm taking Wi-Fi.
For 3 days.
3 days, yeah. I might even go up to 10 days. And I'm not trying to put down anybody who actually has to go through this without food. I'm just saying I've watched Naked and Afraid, and I know how long you could go without food. I'm telling you, I'm choosing why once you're not supposed to go more than like 21 days.
Oh man.
And I've done it before, like not eating for 24 hours. And I could get through. I don't think I could get through. If it was day 1, it'd be easier, but this is day 14 that I haven't seen another person. And if you took my Wi-Fi right now, I would walk to Jamie's place if I had to. Like I would do whatever.
You would rollerblade to my house.
Yeah, if somebody took my Wi-Fi, it would be.
Oh, Connor and I talked about that. We're like, could you imagine if the power went out?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I would actually have to get a girlfriend.
We're in the process of putting solar panels on our roof, and they came the other day, and Connor forgot, and they were like, "We're here to install." He's like, "Oh yeah, great." And he's like, "So you're gonna be out without power for 6 to 8 hours?" And he looked at me, and I was like, "No,
yeah,
no, not when you're working, and I'm alone with them. Like I need the TV. I cannot cook a meal without an iPad or a TV like in front of them."
That's another realization I've come to. I think after this, it's time. I think I got to start looking for a girlfriend. Unfortunately, I can't do this. I couldn't do this again. If this lasts 6 weeks.
Do you know that Fauci said this could be seasonal? This could be like we could get a second round next year.
It's terrible. Well, so that's
one girlfriend by then.
Wi-Fi.
Cass, you got to pull the trigger by then.
You don't need a girlfriend, Rob. I'll put on a wig and we can just spend more time together.
Wi-Fi is one thing. What about you guys? What are you all? What are the 3 things? Wi-Fi, my laptop,
TV. So does that include Wi-Fi?
No, I think that's
TV, computer, phone.
TV,
boring.
I don't care about my phone. TV. Produce.
No, it said don't include food.
Oh, don't include food. TV, computer. My
and your magic wand that's in the top
dryer.
drawer.
You're certainly not Bo or Jack.
Washer dryer. 3 things, not people.
Not a bra. We learned that, right?
Fuck a bra. I don't care about clothes.
Yeah, if there was somebody,
I should put on my jeans at some point though to make sure that they still fit me.
If somebody was looking at me through my window, they'd be like, "This kid has worn the same thing every single day."
But that's in general. You're always in black.
I know. I always read this, but I have these like shorts that like this is the first podcast I'm actually doing in legit pajama pants, like the ones that I sleep in. I'm wearing the shit that I sleep in. I wear those every day with a t-shirt.
These are my fanciest pajamas I wore for you guys.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, you're giving us Heidi Fleiss when you did that movie.
The Madam.
Yeah, look at this. You just got into character like that.
All right, should we wrap it up?
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
I gotta
Sorry.
go watch all this Tiger King so I can talk.
Yeah, go watch Tiger King. Please, there's a lot to talk about there. I really want to talk about that specific scene. There's a few good ones.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
I just got to the part where he rents the helicopter.
Oh. Yeah. All right. Well, we can't really say much about it, but hey, thanks for you. Those of you that send in questions on our Instagram. We'll try and maybe do this as long as we are like isolated, right?
We're going to know. Yeah, but we're going to go record at Jamie's backyard.
Well, we'll see.
Thank you for doing this, Bryce, also. And
Bryce.
What do you mean we'll see, Cass? I trust your quarantine-ness. Me and you in the car, and we don't have to walk through Jamie's house because we can get to her backyard through the side.
Come see me if you need a window. As you can see, I have many.
I like your shades. I like your Roman shades.
How long do you think realistically Cass and his girlfriend can last through this pandemic?
We're hanging on by a thread.
If you guys make it, I think any couple that makes it through this is solid.
They say divorce rates are going to go way up after this.
Oh yeah, divorce lawyers are like round them up.
Yeah,
it's my dream job in an alternate.
The Cutter said to me this morning. He looked at me and he goes, "Hey, if we didn't have kids, how much sex do you think we would be having?" And I was like, "It would be amazing."
Yeah.
Well,
I'm jerking off a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You see those blinds behind Rob? Those aren't connected to anything. They're just stuck there. All right, guys.
All right.
Love you. Hope you guys stay safe.
We'll see you.